Welcome to Innovators for Education. My name is Roxanne J. Leach.
And I'm Vincent Walsh.
And we are the co-founders of this new dynamic innovative website called Innovators for Education. We offer tutoring and learning support services. Now, you may be wondering, why did we develop and create this tutoring service? And it goes back to the over 40 years of education and tutoring experience that both Vincent and I have, and some of the things that we noticed that were lacking in traditional public schools, and also things that students have confided in us. We have decided to bring our expertise and talents to a wide variety of students because we have taught elementary school, middle school, high school, adult education, and college and university classes. And so we really have an array of background and experiences in the needs of what our students are looking for to improve their academic and just overall learning in life. Vincent?
Yes, and we're especially interested in meeting students where they are and encouraging them in pursuing their own interest levels and their own enthusiasms, rather than confining them to a certain paradigm, as often happens in regular classrooms. Students may not enjoy reading certain assigned texts, but when we recommend other texts that we know that match up with some of their personal interests and activities, all of a sudden we find out that they're taking off as writers and as readers, allowing students to explore their own, the world around them, and to offer them the support and encouragement that they need along the way, rather than asking them to conform to certain patterns or standards, to make learning a positive and joyful experience as it's truly meant to be, and to show the students that we're there for them as mentors and as guides, as backup, that education for them and for us working together is part of a collaborative experience that benefits everyone concerned.
Yeah, there's not an authoritarian type of relationship between us educators and the students, because we learn a lot from them. And you know, when you look at education and learning in general, if the main idea is to increase the love of reading, why not have them read what they enjoy, build vocabulary, build that fluency, instead of just reading for a particular purpose, such as taking standardized tests in school? Because that's really the point of learning now in traditional public schools. And so we want to make sure that we build their skills that are necessary for them to be successful in these traditional schools, but at the same time take away those blockages, take away those ideas that this is too difficult, this is too hard, and just expand the horizons for them. Because opening those doors, even in one area, is going to open the doors in all of the other areas of learning. Because it's about learning more than just getting an A.
We've also found that students sometimes write in response to assigned topics in a very reluctant way, whereas when they're allowed to write about topics that are particularly interesting to them, they suddenly discover a love for writing. So we call the way we teach writing owning the writing process, that you're writing really for yourself, and not only that, but that you're writing for multiple purposes, not only papers that are assigned in a classroom, but you're writing to be able to write effective emails and to do good presentations on your job, to write good reports. because when you write, you're really representing yourself, so you want to make sure that your mechanics are correct, but that also you have your own personal voice and tone and style to your writing that somehow makes your writing stand out from where others are producing, and shows the quality of your personality and the contributions you can make to a company or to a group project.
So one of the strategies that are unique that I employ, for example, with my ESL students, but also for regular native English speakers in terms of writing, is sometimes they don't know where to begin because they have a lot of ideas. So I do something called dictative writing, where the students speak and I type or write for them. I write down the words that they say, so they become more fluid. They forget about some of the mechanics, the spelling, and they focus on the content and the ideas, because that's what really makes up a paper. You can work on the mechanics, the grammar, etc. later on, but the meat and potatoes of writing are the contents and the details, and so building on that. So if they're not focused on writing and double spacing and all of those formalities, then I have the pen in hand, or I type on the computer all of their ideas, and that way they just let it all out. And then later we can organize it together, fill in the blanks, and that has been very successful for those who have writing blockages, who just feel they don't know where to begin, or they have too many ideas.
So what our technique really comes down to is encouraging the student to pursue his or her own interest, and then guiding them and supporting them through the process of self-expression. I found in my writing classes at my freshman college writing classes at Lehigh University, for example, that allowing students to pick their own topics and then inviting them to read their writing out loud in a collaborative setting in the classroom created an atmosphere where the students were writing not only for me as a teacher, but they were writing for each other, for their peers, and therefore they put a lot more time and effort and interest into producing their best work. And many of my students who had told me at the beginning of the semester they did not enjoy writing at all, actually found that they were really enjoying the process of writing, and that they were becoming avid writers, and that they were keeping all of their work from the course in a portfolio, and that they formed friendships in the class that lasted throughout their college career.
And that's another approach. It's an integrative approach, whereby you're not just learning writing separately or reading separately or listening. That approach allows not just for the content and focusing on writing, but with the classmates listening to their peers' essays. That allows for them to increase their listening comprehension skills, give them some own ideas to incorporate into their own writing. And so that integrated method, I think, is really, really important, because we don't learn in boxes. So I think to sum up is that our learning support and tutoring service is for a wide variety of students with different needs, and we offer in-home, we offer tutoring in public places to make it more comfortable and convenient for students. We can also do online support via Skype, or if you have just a few questions and you need additional help, we're only a phone call away.